I can't keep up with what food is good for you, what food is bad for you. All these people have been saying that humans shouldn't be eating meat. Then please explain my incisors. It makes no sense. I mean, right?
Still have your incisors?
Yeah, right here you have them too, don't you?
So I guess you didn't do cocaine in the 80s, I guess.
No, all my teeth haven't fallen out yet.
No.
But, we're animals. We're animals. And to say that you shouldn't be eating meat, now maybe not as much meat or whatever, but all things in moderation. What are your thoughts on the new put meat out of business because it's bad for you and bad for the environment versus no, not really. All those studies were wrong.
We've had conflicting news on food and what's good, what's bad. If we're a fat country, if we're, I'm getting mixed signals. I saw Bloomberg on the internet a few months ago going, for the first time in the history of this planet, more people are dying from obesity than starvation. And I'm like, okay, what's your point? That's called progress. Would you rather die because you ate too many quarter pounders or because you were a quarter pounder? You know,
Right.
Here's my. If that's true, more people are dying from obesity than starvation. Then we're gonna have to change those commercials you see late at night on TV with the little kid in the desert eating the bowl of mushroom flies all over. We're gonna have to replace him with a 400-pound Green Bay Packers fan in his recliner with chicken wings on his lap, barbecue sauce in his hair, and then
Just $5 a month will help him not eat.
For just $5 a month, you can buy this fat pig a treadmill. Right. And for another 20 cents, a head of cabbage. He hasn't seen roughage since the Hoover administration. Look at him. He's got whipped cream on the bridge of his nose. There's all this conflicting stuff. Then they come on. I don't know if we're a fat country or not. I see these commercials late at night. 1 in 3 Americans goes to bed hungry every night. Why? Stop off at the fridge on the way to the bedroom, stupid. I mean... What? One in 5 Americans doesn't know where the next meal is coming from. Yeah, neither do I. Could be Dine and Dash, could be Wendy's, could be Tony Roma's. I mean, I can't. I'm not supposed to eat carbs. I'm not supposed to eat meat. I'm not supposed to have, salt. I'm down to, you know what I had last night for dinner? Cauliflower and Skittles.
I don't think Skittles should be in there either. I don't know if you know that.
Well, tell that to Marshawn Lynch, the running back, the former running back. That's what he grew up on.
Have you tried this? What is it?
Weed?
The no meat. What is that thing called?
Impossible
The Impossible Burger.
Mm-hmm.
Have you tried that yet?
Yes, it tasted like cat.
Wait, you know what cat tastes like?
Yes, I do. I spent some time in Korea.
Yeah. Okay. So, did you try it at a restaurant or did you try it at Burger King?
I got the recipe online. I try to recreate it. I used weeds, green onions, and dirt, and it tastes like the same Whopper that it always did.
Right.
What a lie that is. Are you really going to Burger King because you want to eat healthy? You tub of lard. Oh, this is delicious. What are you kidding me? Who wants a burger that's made out of, come on.
The Burger King burger is bad, but where did we have them here, Stu?
Hop Dotty was the place.
Hop Dotty, local place here that we've had them, and they're actually really good. And my feeling on meat is if you can make it taste and really taste and have the texture of meat, I don't really care. I don't care if it's made out of Skittles or grass
You sound like
beef.
a serial killer. That was very creepy. I don't care what meat tastes like. I put some A1 sauce on a girl's leg. I'm telling you, it's delicious. That was very creepy.
Hey, did you see?
I love it, me.
Did you see that the Swedish Church of Sweden, I think it is,
I can already say no to this.
came out and said that the girl Greta Thunberg or whatever her name was.
Thunberg, get it right. I love her.
Do you love her? She has been the Church of Sweden has just come out and said that she is the reincarnation or something of Christ. She's the successor of Christ. The church came out and said that.
That might be true, because every time I see her on TV, I go, Jesus Christ. I don't, did we talk about her yet on
I don't
the
think
show?
so. I don't think so.
Because what a ray of sunshine she is, huh?
Oh, my gosh.
She makes Hillary look likable. Here's the story you didn't hear about her. Her parents took her to Chuck E. Cheese to celebrate her 10th birthday. 5 minutes after they left, the clown shot himself in the mouth.
Right. So who's at fault here? The parent, the media, the school, her? What?
The parent, the parents. I'm serious. That's considered to me child abuse. She lost her innocence. Most girls, most young kids are losing their innocence to like seeing pornography on the internet. She lost her innocence to what, studying satellite maps on the Weather Channel. She sees a funnel cloud and she's, on the Oxycontin 5 minutes later. This is an unhealthy little girl. I'm telling you.
Isn't the whole society unhealthy when you have, you have Gavin Newsom saying that he was humiliated by the president on climate change.
What in this guy? He imagine the gall on him saying that he runs that state that is the laughing stock. There's people camping out all over the sidewalks and stuff. Yeah, he excoriated the United States, and United States is only one of 3 countries who actually grew their economy last year and reduced carbon emissions. He didn't even bring up China or India. Have you ever seen people going to work in China on the news? You don't see that many surgical masks watching a MASH marathon on TBS. And they had to cancel Little League in China this summer. The fly balls weren't coming back. They were sticking in that cream cheese they call oxygen. And, you see like squirrels with oxygen tanks. That place is horrible.
Yeah.
And he's yelling at the United States, and he doesn't even, 60, I think it's 50% of Chinese people smoke. And I figured out why, Glenn. They need a filter in their mouth.
Right. Can you look this up, Stu? Can you look up the deal the banks just signed on? The global banks just signed on to some climate treaty to where they're not going to borrow money or lend money to people who are not in line with the UN climate treaties. Can you look this up?
How about India? He didn't even bring up India. India has not only over 1 billion people, 1 billion cows. Now, cow flatulence apparently is helping cause
right. They say it's warming. They say it's the number one cause of climate climate gas.
And India has like 2 cows for every person. So tell President Modi to throw some Maalox in those oats. I mean, after these cows eat, you ever hear them? About an hour later, it sounds like a Louis Armstrong solo for 30 minutes.
When's the last time you were around cows?
I have a timeshare in Calcutta. It's a beautiful life.
Yeah. Really?
Wow, Gavin
nice.
Newsom. I noticed Gavin. He's yelling at I noticed India doesn't have to have an app. They have less dung in their cow fields than Gavin Newsom does on the sidewalks of California. I don't. I don't think New Delhi has a crap app to tell you how to get around the dung.
Let me change the subject here before we run out of time. Idaho.
My career.
Idaho must pay. By the way, you're listening to Nick Di Paolo. You can find him at Nick Dip. He has a show there, but what he really has is fantastic that you should watch if you're not easily offended. No, even if it takes a lot for you to be offended, you still might be offended.
I'm getting hate mail from serial killers about my stuff.
NickDip.com. He's got his comedy special on. Let me take you to Idaho. Idaho has to now pay for the inmate who wants to switch gender. They have to pay for that surgery, according to the Ninth Circuit Court. Your thoughts?
There's a few states, I guess, where your taxpayer money is going to go for people transitioning. First, it upset me. Then I said, okay, if you're going to do that, I have a say in how you look when you transition. You know what I'm saying? If I have skin in the game, I'm going to say where that skin goes and what it looks like. If I'm buying a pizza, I get to pick the toppings. So I'm going to start with, a big chest, a heart-shaped bottom, high cheekbones, pouty lips. As far as the actual genitalia, as Obama said, that's above my pay grade. I'll let you guys figure that out. Okay? But I'm just saying.